So today is the day that we work for basically all year to prepare for, in a way. Today is the start of lambing 2025. So today is our planned day that we look out into the future and make based off of the gestation calendars for these ewes on the day that we will put rams in with ewes to ideally get a birthing range that we want in January and the first part of February. So we're out here today. It's a Sunday. We want to go ahead and get the rams moved around, get them in with their groups of ewes, but we've ran into a problem. So we just picked up this new wether ram last Saturday evening, and this past Friday we were down here taking care of him. He'd been here right about 6 days at that point, and I caught a look at one of his eyes. It'd be his left eye as he was turning as I was feeding him, and I thought it looked a little cloudy. So we put the halter on him. He's actually handles pretty well. Then looked at it, took a couple pictures, sent to the vet, and said kind of looks like either maybe some kind of irritation or a pink eye situation. So we decided to go ahead and just start treatment for pink eye. We treated him Friday. We then on Saturday came down. His eye looked a lot better. We just squirted the medicine in his eye on Saturday, and then today we're over here taking pictures of it after I talked to the vet about today was the day we wanted to put him in with the ewes, and we took some pictures and sent it to her, and she said that it was probably best to hold off, give him another treatment today, and give him another couple days before we put this ram in with those ewes.
Got you both. Move out of there. Scoot over, big boy.
Yeah, like right now he's holding it wide open. Why couldn't you have done that 20 minutes ago when I was trying to take a fucking picture of you? Ready?
Yeah. Let me wrap this once I can hold on to his eyeball. Let me get him tighter. Come out like that.
Ready?
Yep.
Ooh.
I'll get in here and work up. One second.
So we just got done getting him treated. He does really well with that halter on him, and for what we're doing, he's doing pretty good. I told Rachel, this is just kind of dumb luck with these rams here this year. We're having a kind of a rough time with them. But believe it or not, all of the lambs we have finished out here on the farm, we've bought in direct from other farmers, brought them into our farm, and fed out and finished these lambs basically for the last 6 years. And so far, knock on wood, this is our only case of pink eye that we've ever had to deal with. So we've done a pretty good stretch on that. And like I said, it just kind of looks like he was just starting to get a little bit of an irritant there in his eye, or a little bit of pink eye. And so we're treating for that, and it's starting to clear up. But overall, I'm okay with putting him back in with his group of ewes by a couple of days, because I feel it's a lot better than having to treat that whole big group of weather type ewes for pink eye in the future. So with that other new ram not being able to be brought over here and put in the big pen with the weather type ewes today, the whole plan I had was to take these remaining 3 Suffolk rams that I had. One of them's getting ready to leave to go to another farm, and then the 2 bottle lambs are in here. They were just going to go out into the finishing groups down there, and then I was just going to open this whole area up for this ram's set of ewes. Well, the problem is like some of my gates are these 1-bys, and they do great for the ewes and these lambs and even the ram. But I'm just afraid that if I put a couple of Suffolk ewes in here with him, he could tear up that gate pretty easily. Those other rams could tear it up pretty easily, and even though it's just going to be for a day or so, as me and Rachel talked, our worst fear just kind of in general would be walking out here in the barn. Those gates are knocked over and everything else, and all the sheep are mixed in together up here, because then that would mean that we would have to possibly, or we would have to get our Suffolk ewes blood tested, or the lambs blood tested, to kind of see who the sire was. And then you're also running a risk that it might be a sire that is not a registered Suffolk, and then you've raised those ewes all year long for the ultimate goal of producing more Suffolk lambs, and that wouldn't be the case in that situation. So I think ultimately the case is we're just not going to put any ewes in with him today also, and just wait for a couple of days and do them all still on the same day, just so we don't even take a chance of me walking out here in the morning and one of these gates are down, or one of those ram lambs jumped in and him and that ram lamb are fighting, beating everything up, tearing stuff up, and then you're just really not sure, you know, the whole time about who the lamb's sire is until you get some blood work done. So I think we're just going to hold off on that also. I mean, it's only going to be a couple days, so it's not like super disappointing, like we're going to lose our whole lambing season, but it's just kind of, you know, we've been planning on this for weeks now, and we have just another little hiccup right here at the end, which is, you know, we're just going to have to take care of. So me and Rachel's been talking, and since we're not going to be putting these rams in today, what we want to do is do as much work as possible getting the pen area ready for them. That ram with the swollen scrotum is kind of throwing a wrench into everything, because we weren't planning on having to keep him over there in a pen at the bank barn. So we're going to be basically putting these Suffolk lambs, these Suffolk ram lambs that we have here at the house, over in with him, because, you know, he's not contagious or anything. Just to kind of make some space here. And Frosty, that ram will take that whole upper corner with both of those hay feeders. And down here on this side, right now we have our lambs that we held back for replacement ewes, and some of the ones we purchased in as lambs are right here. And what I want to do is basically swap sides and put them on the other side, just to kind of make more room for that wether type ram, and the ewes right here is a bigger area, and give them actually more access to some more hay racks. Also, because the hay racks are taller than the fence panels that we have, kind of help to keep that ram contained, a little bit more blockading him in, and make a gate here on the end to make it a little bit easier to get in and out of the pen with him if any other kind of treatment needs to be happening. So I got the pen divided up the way we want it to be. Me and Rachel put all those new pieces of gates and self-built panels and everything else where they need to go at. Installed our gate door right there that I've made. Basically it's set up, copied off of years past. So what I need to do next is get in and get everybody started getting them situated and separated out into their different groups. So we were able to get everybody moved around, kind of split up the way we wanted to, the pen set up the way we wanted. I really wish I'd have done this sooner than I did. I like this a lot better than the way I had the pen set up. I have feeders down that side of the pen, hay racks up here, separating them off that I can feed them grain in also, and then 2 hay racks there, kind of just a big square pen here. It's going to be really nice for those wether type ewes to add that ram into this pen, because we don't know how he'll be around ewes or how he'll act if you have to get in the pen or anything. And 100% of their feeding and hay can be done from outside their pen, and that'll make it really nice. We still got to pull ewes out of there for the Suffolks, so there'll be less ewes in there once we add the ram. And then on this end of this large pen, we got the ewe lambs separated off, kind of like to store them. I'm not going to be adding them in with that ram right off the bat, and actually there's going to be some Suffolks over here also, just so we can store them in here until we're going to put them in with our 2 ram lambs, but I was kind of waiting for a little bit for that. So today we started out wanting to get the rams put here in the pens with them, but that didn't end up happening. I'm okay with that. You know, I'm okay with waiting a few days. It's a lot better to do that than to have to treat everybody for pink eye. That's not something I really want to do. But we'll be back in just a few days to get the rams added in here with their groups of ewes. Well, that'll wrap this one up. Thanks for watching.